tragic, punchy and bleary and fresh out of magic, but alive, but alive, but alive. I feel twitchy and bitchy and manic, calm and collected and choking with panic, but alive, but alive, but alive. I'm 1,000 different people, every single one is real. I've a million different feelings, okay, but at least I feel. And I feel rotten, yet covered with roses, younger than springtime and older than Moses, but alive, but alive, but alive. I feel wicked and wacky and mellow, firm as Gibraltar and shaky as Jello, but alive, but alive, but alive. I feel half Tijuana, half Boston, partly Jane Fonda and partly Jane Austen, but alive. That's the thing, I'm alive. This kaleidoscope of feelings whirls around inside my brain. I admit I'm slightly cuckoo, but it's dull to be too sane. And I feel brilliant and brash and bombastic, limp as a puppet, simply fantastic, frisky as a lamb, lazy as a clam, crazy, but I am alive. This is Natalie. She's responsible for this outfit. Sit down, have a drink. It's such a relief to get through the first one. So, let's talk about love in the Middle Ages. You thought I was going to talk about sex after 40, didn't you? Well, I am, but later. I'm going to avoid it for a while. Let's talk about the other kind of love in the Middle Ages. That is love between 1200 and 1450. I never remember when the Renaissance started. It's like menopause. It depends. It's sort of a variable thing. Anyway, love in the Middle Ages. Well, you know, it was a time of politeness and chivalry and courtship. And you had to have your knight in shining armor, who Paul Katz. I'm going to let my knight serenade me first.
Hey, but we well met, as in a spell match. I lift my helmet, Sandy. You're just standing for this, dear lad. You're such a fistful, my eyes are mistful. Are you too wistful to care? Do say you dare to say, come here, lad. You are so graceful, have you wings? You have a face full of nice things. You have no speaking voice, dear. With every word it sings. Thou swell, thou witty, thou sweet, thou grand. Would kiss me pretty, would hold my hand. Oh, that eyes are true to what they do to me. Keep me, how right, she's a sweet Lollapalooza indeed. I feel so rich in a hut for two rooms, a kitchen I'm sure would do. Give me just a plot of not a lot of land. And thou swell, thou witty, thou grand.
Thy words are clear, sir, unto my ear, sir, yet thou to dear, sir, to me. Thou couldst woo me, now wouldst thou try. I murmur swell to, and like it well to, more I will tell to Sandy. Thou art dandy, now art thou my knight. Thine arms are partial, thou hast grace. My cheek is partial to thy face. And should thy lips grow weary, mine are their resting place. Thou swell, thou witty, thou sweet, thou grand, wouldst kiss me pretty, wouldst hold my hand, both thine eyes acute to what they do to me. Hear me holler, I choose a sweet Lollapalooza indeed. I feel so rich in a hut for two rooms, a kitchen, I It sure would do. Give me just a plot of land, and thou swell, thou witty, thou grand. Thou swell, thou witty, thou sweet, thou grand. Wouldst kiss me pretty, wouldst hold my hand, though thine eyes should do what they do to me. Hear me holler, I choose a sweet Lollapalooza in thee.
And thee,
I feel so rich, a hot for two rooms, a kitchen, I sure would do. Give me just a lot of land. Thou swell, thou witty, thou swell, thou witty, thou swell, thou witty, thou grand. Of course, even in the Middle Ages, love was not always a bed of roses. I used to dance a lot with young Sir Lancelot and handsome Tristan I kissed on the cheek. Oh, what a pal I had in good Sir Galahad. I had a night every night of the week. But now I dance alone and leave romance alone, since they got hot on the trail for the grail. I'm going mad alone, here in my pad alone. My empty mailbox is starved for some mail from some lad clad in mail. No word from my knight errant, no card, no call, no cable. They sit around that table, not appreciating there's a lady in waiting. No word from my knight errant, he must know my survival depends on his arrival. Reiterating, there's a lady in waiting. I thought quite well, I think, some word from Belvedere, or maybe Galway, who's now in from Wales. For fate was merciful, would send me Percival, who rakes a 10 for his splendid details. Not a hair on his chest, but I'm here to attest he was one of the best. How I wish he'd give up the crusade for that cup, she'd hurry right back, launch an avid attack on this damsel distressed, and to hell with the quest. No word from my knight errant, no message on the service. No wonder I'm so nervous. Hyperventilating, there's a lady in waiting. Now I'm stuck here tonight feeling tense and uptight, not a gallant in sight. They could call, you would think, have they taken to drink, taken up with some tramp, or that gay painted camp, or that black acolyte from the Isle of Wight. No word from my knight errant, he might have thought to phone. It's more or less apparent I'm spending the night alone. Well, let's move forward a few hundred years here to a woman who really never waited for a man. In fact, she was totally in control of her age. In fact, the age was named after her, the Elizabethan age, Queen Elizabeth, famous for being the Virgin Queen. Never married, totally successful, lived well into her 80s, and she ruled for decades. Well, She may have been the Virgin Queen, but I think you'd like to hear her side of the story. This is in her own words. I'm Elizabeth, the Virgin Queen. Don't laugh. On my title I stand firm, though it's just a technical term. My royal bed has only used my hand. I have never been a prude, for I had not born a Tudor. A royal marriage is a mockery. A husband, just a piece of crockery. There's not much I haven't seen, but I'm still a virgin. Yet even a queen has her moments, and I see no reason to rue it. A venial sin is no venial sin. In fact, it's quite a congenial sin when nobody sees you do it. Behind my portal, I am mortal, and the portal still be blind. Though there's urge in me to virgin, I'm a virgin in my mind. The rules you heard about Shakespeare are vulgar as they are untrue. I was his inspiration to help out the nation. And one must have a moment of youth. Yes, even a queen has her moments. When regal wild oats need their sowing, I'd be alone, drink my tea alone, and make England queen of the sea alone. For sailors are well worth knowing. All my gallants had their talents, they were balanced for my nerves. When my army failed to charm me, I would call out the reserve. You think Mary Stuart was naughty, that blonde with the big eyes of blue? Well, no royal redhead was ever a deadhead. And one must have one's moment or two. Yes, even a queen has her moments. Though duty be stern as a Tartar, and all he lacked, a tall man, was that gallant Sir Walter Raleigh man. And what a knight of the garter! When 'twas bloody, all the mud, he threw his mantle down for me. In his shirt he proved a flirt, he was more daring vis-a-vis. They say he discovered tobacco, and I made him smoke, it is true. For my dressing so Titian gave him the ignition. And one must have one's moment or two. Anyone need another drink? No? No? Well, I think we should leap forward to the middle of the 20th century now. Queen Elizabeth obviously was a real person. How about a woman who was created by Tennessee Williams, his famous play, Streetcar Named Desire? I think you all know Blanche Dubois. She's a household friend now. Seen the movie, read the play. Whatever. Anyway, Blanche Dubois, this is from a show which is a musical version of Streetcar. And Blanche, in contrast, Queen Elizabeth was totally in control of her world. Blanche, of course, because she was unmarried, she lost her childhood home, Bellerive, so she had no money. She was basically at 30 a desperate, pathetic, middle-aged old maid. And in this scene, she's considering hooking up with Mitch. And if you remember from the film, it was Carl Malden, and he was not exactly her dream come true. He's not handsome or graceful or clever. We have nothing in common whatever. He's simple and modest and kind, but I have to be blind not to see that he's wrong for me. I'm a creature from some other sphere. I do not adore bowling or beer. I try to pretend I belong, but it doesn't take long to see this is wrong for me. I desire something higher, more discreet, more neat. Moonlight beaming, crystal gleaming, how I grieve for Belle Reeve. But Belle Reeve is gone. I watched it go. The crystal was sold, and the moon lost its glow. And here I am, and here I stay, until I find another way. I'm a woman whose wonders are waning. I have precious few options remaining. His nails may be dirty, his talk may be rough, I don't mind, just as long as he's kind to me. He's the best in a while to come along for me. So who knows if I wish on a star tonight, with a little perfume and some color of light. What is wrong for me can be right. He's wrong for me, but maybe he's right. Enough past. Let's leap forward 20th century. It's nice to be a middle-aged woman. Not that I would know. But you have all this choice, and you can go after whatever you want. Some women like men with muscle. Some women like men with dough. Some women like men who write them haiku or tattoo their name on their toe. Some women like men with class and smarts and breeding. Can you believe it? But the singular trait that I love in a mate is a hairline that's receding. I want them bald, more handsome and bald. Keep your jock, keep your rock star. What makes me crazy is a lack of lifestyle bald. I'm brilliantly bald. You're so passe. Tell your Romeo bro to come away. How I love when he goes for a haircut, and I need a haircut. And he comes home relaxed with a self-assured, satisfied glare. He says, "Hunt like the sky," and I give a soft smile as I gently run my fingers through his hair. He's bald and I love him so bald.
Love him so bald.
He needs gel. You can tell Jean Paul Davy to go to hell. All you young men who are listening who do that, do painting.
Baby.
And they know nothing, I assure you, we know. And to all you young men who do one piece real long, or that spray thing, just go au naturel, and believe me, you'll shine like a star.
Like a star, like a star.
Cause women love balls.
Women love balls.
I'm telling you, don't be a fool. Just take a tip from Sean or you. What could be more hot or cool? And bald. Who loves your baby? There are some numbers that are all about the props.
That's why they wanted me to say.
It was an accident, a lovely accident. Okay. So there are a lot of good things about being a middle-aged woman today. One thing from my own experience is there are an awful lot of wonderful things to remember, relationships to remember. That's the good news. The bad news is there are an awful lot of relationships to remember. I don't smoke, never did, and then I met the stovepipe kid, complete with ashes and the smell. But it was love, so what the heck? And now today I'm helpless to explain the funny things that stay inside the brain. You'd puff the smoke and it would race across the room into my face. The times we talked and you'd forget to collect that burning cigarette. And
What were you actually smoking?
sweetest agony of all, I guess. Just waiting for that goddamn ash to fall. That morning, like my nemesis, the cigarette before the kiss. The times we took your hand that called. I'm having trouble with this. You know what it is? I took a look at Phil. No, I took a look at Phil, and I know he's a smoker, and I thought, my God, I think I'm going to offend him.
Why don't you take this one from the top?
Okay, one second. I'm going to start smoking all over. Sit down. Laura, have a seat. Thank you. Phil, could you leave during this number? Oh. I don't smoke. Never did. And then I met
No, it's not
stovepipe
take it.
kid, complete with ashes and the smell, but it was love, so what the hell? And now today I'm helpless to explain the funny things that stay inside the brain. You'd puff the smoke and it would race across the room into my face. The times we talk and you'd forget to flick that burning cigarette. And then the sweetest agony of all, just waiting for that goddamn ash to fall. That morning, click, my nemesis, the cigarette before the kiss, the hand that posed and found its way to mounds of garbage in a tray, a monument to butts and nicotine, to the wild and gentle loving in between. But last night, that clean and empty ashtray was as glaring as a headlight in my mind. All I could find was you, smiling you, laughing you, touching my hand, you, teasing you, pleasing you everywhere, lighting my life. Maybe if I smoked, I wouldn't have noticed you were gone. Maybe if I smoked, I wouldn't have noticed you were gone. Maybe. Well, I've already let the cat out of the bag that I had a lot of relationships. So. But, I often think maybe, there are other options. I could have gotten married at 20 and stayed married. And I often wonder, you wonder what the path not taken sort of thing. And this next song reminded me, I have friends that did get married very young and have stayed married for years and years. And I think sometimes they wish they had other options too. Nothing but the storm, nothing but a cold gray storm. It keep me wanting him, he saying no. Me reaching out, he saying go. Why can't we reach for each other at the same time? Nothing but frost on my window pane, nothing but ice on that weather vane, nothing but clouds, nothing but rain. 20 years ago, all it took was a look in his eye. That was it, perfect fit, I'd be his until I died. Couple of crazy kids, yes it seemed, but our dreams made us fly. Remember how we fly, how we used to fly. Why can't we reach for each other at the same time? Nothing but rust on my window pane, nothing but ice on that weather vane, nothing but clouds, nothing but rain. Years ago, all it took was a look in his eye. is from a musical version of Enchanted April? Film, Merchant Irish. And it's also it's actually about a bunch of women who are married and feeling a little bit trapped. It takes place in the 20s, I think, and they're all living in London, they're all married, and they decide a very radical thing, they're going to go to Tuscany for a month without their husbands. And this is really, really, really a big deal. So you might consider this an ode to freedom. A month in Italy, living in a villa, gazing at the bluest sky, breathing in the clearest air, basking in the warmest sun. What drama, what danger, what fun. A month in Italy, living in a castle, dinner served at 10 o'clock, local wine for every meal, staying up and sleeping late. It's tempting, it's madness, it's fate. My husband will never consent to the trip, to the month, to the rent. My husband will grumble and groan. On a boat, on a train, on your own. He'll call it a frivolous plan. He's correct, he's precise, he's a man. A month in Italy, lovely in the climate, dressing in the lightest frock, swimming in the coolest lakes, running through a sudden storm. It's hopeless, it's tempting, it's warm. Take a look at myself as I'm looking myself on the boat across the channel. Arrivederci, a Spanish plan, an English tweed, an Irish flannel. I can see myself free. Tell myself I can be myself. But telling is not seeing, saying is not being. Far from London rain, English crumpets, English tea. Imagine a garden, a vineyard, a villa, an open sunlit room. Is this me? Is this me? This is me. A month in Italy, my enchanted kingdom, sharing secrets never shared, ardent friendships, open arms, one for all, and all for one. I'll do it, I'll chance it, I'll take it, I'll rent it. Let's run! When you take chances. I think that's something you learn as you get older, or something, or you figure that out. Anyway, so in our little show, I ran away to Italy and I met an Italian lover.
Ciao, Bella.
It could be French. Let the walls fall down. Let something drown. Let the maids serve tea to the horses. Let the debts pile high. Let the old men cry. Let the nosy cry as they may. For the time must come when you bang your drum and you live your life in your own way.
No more fools to bear, no more suits to wear, no more time lost in disguises.
Now we're who we are and we're fine so far, so we'll leave this town with its wide renown. Let the sky-clean walls roll down. Are you afraid of being daring? Sword in your hand, afraid to lunge. Just look around you and then take the plunge. For we soon will be where our days are free and where love is love. world will live with no sickness or pain. Let the walls fall down that enclose our hearts.
Let us not be guarded or frightened.
Let the love we share drive away despair. And let laughter crown all love we frown. Let the walls of fear fall down. Okay, well, sometimes you get a second chance and you blow it. When I fell in love with you, I was so relieved. I found the second chance that I had prayed for it had been so long my heart had grieved at losing who it thought that it was made for. When I fell in love with you, I thought that this time I'd know what I was doing and I'd do it right. We promised each other no secrets. So how can I explain when you asked me where I was last night? I should have never said hello. I should have walked the other way. I should have blended with the crowd. It was a very large cafe. I saw familiar startled eyes that seemed to brighten, so I waved. He asked me if the stool was taken. I should have told him it was saved. I should have never said hello. I should have never stopped to talk. I should have never said okay when he said, hey, let's take a walk. Then I was climbing up a stairway I climbed down so long ago. He said, it's really good to see you. Something made me say, I know. I want to tell you I was strong. I want to tell you I was brave. I want to tell you it was coffee and whey. But if I get the guts to face you, you're gonna leave and rightly so. How can I tell you that I know? I should have never said no. I should have told him from the start, my heart belongs to someone new. I should have told him from the start, my heart belongs to only you. I know there's no way to explain, but even so, I have to try. Because in truth, I love you much too much to lie. We always said that we'd be honest. We always said we would, and so, for what it's worth, you need to know. For what it's worth, you need to know. I didn't mean to say hello. can I tell you? I lost my way. I thought I knew just what to do, what words to say. But all I know is life goes on, I must face another day. What can I tell you that you don't know? For you have seen me try and fail, struggle so. And here I am once more defeated, with no friend or place to go. But listen, you're always with me, and once the day is done, I find a peace of mind to do what must be done. And when the starlight gleams, and silently the moonlight beams, it's then I have the chance to find you in my dreams, where I will hold you until the night is gone, before the day once more will ask me to go on. What can I tell you that God's allowed? For they have closed the final door to you somehow. But I will always search to find a way to let you know that, darling, I loved you so. That's what I can tell you now. Beautiful meadows of tender grain under a bright summer sky. These are the things I recall from that day in July when I met you, still crystal clear. But time rushes by. Where has summer gone? Must the days race on? Where's the music I recall? And the feeling, was it there after all? And why do places change? This land, it seems so strange. Why the darkness in these skies? Why your loveless eyes? And our dreams, mere flights of fancy, only clouds we're hanging on. And is love a cruel illusion, beckoning, reaching out and on? I look around me, what do I see? A world that's changed. Nothing's changed but me. been you. You know, up here with me tonight. You know, standing in the light. You whose name I whispered softly, but you said no. Long ago. It could have been you. Reaching for my hand. You know, when they started up the band. You and me dancing close and slow. But you said no, John. Long ago. You always told me I was great, that nothing could stop me from rising straight up to the top. But you disappeared just as I feared. Well, I guess it was just too long to wait. It could have been you. Standing near the door with the flashbulbs popping in my fan, screaming for help. And when at last the time had come to go, it could have been you and but you said no. Oh, so long ago. For finding all this material. He knows all these incredible writers, and he just picks the most marvelous stuff, and so we have to thank the writers too. Dear John. I'd like to thank Franco, Stefano, and Daniela, who are the owners of this beautiful place. Did I tell you? I told you they were in the Michelin Guide. They had that honor this week, and in Zagat's. So, I mean, they're riding high this week. Wait till you try to. Anyway, I'm going to stay and have dinner. Anyone who wants to stay, if they say I'm staying all week. So I should stay and have a party. Okay. And last but not least, I want to thank every single teenager in the audience. Love is lovelier the second time around, just as wonderful with both feet on the ground. It's that second time you hear your love song sung, makes you think perhaps that love like you is wasted on the young. Love's more comfortable the second time you fall, like friendly home the second time you go. Who can say what else to this miracle we found? There are those who bet love comes but once, and yet I'm also glad we met the second time around. Love is lovelier the second time around, much more wonderful with both feet on the ground. It's that seventh time you hear your love song sung, makes you think perhaps love like youth is wasted on the young. Love's more comfortable the 18th time you fall, like friendly home the 23rd time you call. Who can say what led us to this miracle we found? There are those who bet love comes by once, and yet I'm oh so glad we met the second time around. I'm oh so glad we met the second, third, fourth, fifth, on 10th time around. It's our time around.
With me? I mean, when I was there?
Looks like we're taking requests. Did you hear that? We did not plan an encore. This is yeah, that's real. On the mountain, you know, they go to the mountain and have the house on the hill. Oh, yeah. Now, I have to do something. I'm too excited. I have to, I have to do something to do. How about you were thinking some enchanted evening?
Some enchanted evening! Some enchanted
I guess I remember.
Florence! Some enchanted evening. And I know that we have to seven. Seriously. Go!
Only a musician, I don't remember music.
See, it's good that I can't remember bands. What song? Some enchanted evening. You may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know it is there. That somewhere you will see again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear him laughing across a crowded room, and somehow you, and strange as it's, and as it seems, the sound of his laughter will reach your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons. Wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you hear him call you across a crowded room, and fly to his side and make him your own. All through your life he will dream all alone. Once you have found him, never let him go. Once you have